The Binding of Isaac Rebirth is a game which has a dark story and twisted content. Childhood fears, body deformations, huge spiders, rooms filled with feces, satanic symbols, and so on. Your own mother is trying to kill you, and you shoot tears to defeat your enemies. Interestingly enough, the gameplay is quite fun and addictive, especially if you're into roguelike games. Although the game doesn't look disgusting, thanks to its unique pixel art style, it still has some content which can be described as disturbing. These are 10 disturbing things from The Binding of Isaac Rebirth you shouldn't Google. Number 10. Hemalaria is a passive item in game that makes tears fired in an arc. Upon hitting something, tears burst into many smaller tears in all directions. In reality, Hemalaria is a rare condition that causes people to produce tears that are composed of blood. Statues and paintings which shed blood tears can mean different things. Either someone present is evil, or the figure is crying blood in response to something tragic. Seeing this happening in real life, however, could make you feel uneasy. Number 9. Monstro is a frequently encountered boss enemy. He hops towards the player, spews out projectiles, and tries to land on top of the player after jumping. It's a huge head which has few teeth and a cleft lip. While it's a fictional creature, his condition actually exists. Cleft lip is an opening or split in the upper lip. It occurs when tissues in a baby's face and mouth don't fuse properly. Luckily, this condition is operable. Number 8. Pupil duplex is a passive item which turns tears into crescent shape while increasing their sizes. It is said to be a condition in which a person has 2 irises and 2 pupils in one eye. There are no recorded cases of it. However, there is a similar medical condition. Polychoria is having more than 1 pupils in iris. This extremely rare condition causes blurred, poor, dim, or double vision in the affected eye. Number 7. In the game, you encounter many worm-type enemies. You can also find trinkets based on different worms. Tapeworm is a trinket that increases the range double times and decreases tear height to half. Human body can be a host to many disgusting parasites, and tapeworm is one of them. This flat parasite usually inhabits the intestines, so it can be fed. Tapeworms don't always cause symptoms. They can be disposed of body by defecating, but in rare cases they can lead to serious problems. A tapeworm can grow up to an enormous length and need to be surgically removed. Seeing a moving tapeworm is an unpleasant experience. Number 6. MacLeod is considered to be one of the most difficult bosses in the game due to his attack pattern. MacLeod is feeling unswallowed or being filled with air. This usually happens when a person eats too much food at once or overconsumes gaseous food and beverages, but sometimes it could be a symptom of a more serious condition. In addition to that, MacLeod is also one of the stages that follow after death. Due to the excessive buildup of gas-releasing bacteria, corpses bloat during decomposition. Number 5. Polycephalus is one of the creepiest bosses in the game. It's a mass of underdeveloped heads sprouting from a giant, half-buried one. Polycephalus gets its name from polycephaly, a rare condition of having more than one head. In fantasy literature and mythology, there are creatures which have multiple heads. For instance, Cerberus, the three-headed dog of the underworld, is one of them. It's also a way to portray multiple personality, since each head has an individual brain. In reality, however, when you search for polycephaly, you see animals and people having two heads. It doesn't sound that cool anymore, does it? Number 4. Proptosis is a passive item which makes tears become larger and do more damage. But the farther tears travel, they shrink and do less damage. Proptosis is a condition resulting in forward displacement and entrapment of the eye from behind by the eyelids. The condition is also known as eye dislocation and eye luxation. Number 3. Leprosy is a passive item which makes player to gain body parts upon damage. These body parts block enemy shots and deal damage to enemies. In the game, there is also a mulligan variant enemy named Leper. When damaged enough, a chunk of a leper's head will detach and start erratically chasing the player. Leprosy is a contagious disease that causes discoloration and lumping on the skin, along with disfigurement and deformities. A person who suffers from leprosy is called leper. Especially in medieval ages, lepers were excluded from societies, not only because of their diseases, but also because of their horrifying appearances. Number 2. Teratoma is a boss which moves around the room slowly, bouncing off the walls and damages the player on contact. When damaged enough, it splits into smaller parts, and the smallest parts spawn spiders. In reality, teratoma is a tumor which contains tissues that are typical for its placement in the body, such as hair, teeth, and bone. Highly developed teratomas can look like faces, as if they're staring. Number 1. Harlequin Baby is a familiar that follows you around and fires 2 tears at once in a V pattern. At first glance, it looks like a baby, which has red skin, puffy red eyes, and a stretched mouth. Harlequin Baby gets its name from Harlequin-Ichthyosis, a rare genetic disorder. It makes the skin of an infant much thicker than the usual, causing patches on the skin and forces eyelids inside out. It also restricts the movement, causes infection, gives problems with body temperature and dehydration. Most babies who were born with it couldn't survive long. However, due to advancements in medicine, the treatment has been improved. Still, it's horrifying to know that an innocent baby can suffer and die from such thing. Thanks for watching and take care.